God, that's so bright. Holy crap. Let's maybe tilt that forward a bit. That's fine. Whatever. What am I doing? That's not Google. YouTube.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here with Keith.
Hello, Ryan Reynolds. Live. Edit. That should be fine. For once, I'm not late. What's up, Yuto? What's up, Seba? Something from Hasbro. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. What's up? Copy that. Post it in the Discord real quick. It's going to be a short stream. Going live for a bit. Come chill. I'm so tired today. What's with the prove it in battle box then? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't see any box. Check DM. Oh, pickups channel? Yeah, that's in Australia. Somebody posted that earlier. As far as I know, nobody's found anything in North American stores yet, but for whatever reason, Australia's like already got some stuff in stores in some places. Steel Samurai's Wave 1. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to messing with that. I'm guessing Leon Claw's Wave 2 or Claw Leon, I guess. Leon Claw sounds so much better. Yo, what's up, Lucario? Prove it in battle. What? What are you guys talking about? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Bird better freaking win. I wouldn't count on it. I would not count on it. How's everybody doing today? 2 weeks until official release of Hasbro Beyblade X. I know. It's going to be a long 2 weeks. I can't wait to get Hasbro Beyblade X stuff. That's going to be great. Sure wish I had some now. Vice Tiger up next. Turtle Bay. Yeah, if they keep this trend or whatever, then I expect to get a turtle. I think it was like leaked. That one of the Hasbro namings was like some kind of turtle thing or shell. It was like onyx shell or something. I don't know. Vice Tiger though looks sick. So people have leaked out. Well, I guess they haven't leaked it. Some people, I guess, have already gotten it. Have already gotten weights for the Shinobi, the UX Shinobi, and apparently it's like 27, 28 grams, which is like the lightest Beyblade X Beyblade we've gotten so far, outside of like crossover, the X-over stuff, which is interesting. So that Beyblade's probably not going to be amazing. Hopefully Vice Tiger is decently heavy. Even if it's not, I'm going to use it anyway, but I don't want to end up in the trap of Leon Claw, where, like, 2 of my deck slots are, you know, like 30-gram Beyblades. Because it is more challenging, for sure. But I'm going to use it for sure. It looks so cool. Definitely going to use it. I don't even care. I'm thinking Bird versus X in the season finale, and then we'll move on from there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he would fight Common X, because they're on the same team. Amazon sold out in minutes. I know, like, I did a premiere or whatever talking about the Hasbro Beyblade X stuff on Amazon, and by the time the premiere was over, like, half of the stuff was just unavailable. Like, before I premiered the video, it was all available. All of it. And then after it premiered, a large chunk of it was just already gone. Before the video was even over. It was crazy. Can't believe Chrome was coming Y all along. A lot of people thought it was going to be a new character. I thought it was going to be a new character too. Hoping Vice Tiger is 34 grams. It would be nice if it was somewhere in the middle. 33, 34 grams, I could deal with that. As long as it's over 30 grams, I can deal with it. But if it's sub 30 grams, that's going to be hard. Which I really didn't think that any of the BX or UX stuff would be sub like 30 grams. The only thing we've seen that light really is Dronzer and Drigger. So for Shinobi to be that light, like, that's rough. Maybe because Bird needs to beat a pro blader before having chances to beat other bladers. I said the first blader Bird should be is either multi or X. Well, I mentioned that it would make sense for him to maybe win a training match, not like a full-scale pro league match. It wouldn't make sense for him to beat Common X. Or multi, really. The smartest thing I thought was that they need to give him a win outside of the tower. That way it's not against a pro. Because it just, like, the players they're going up against keep getting progressively harder, and Bird just doesn't get any better, so. Awesome video with the grip attacker this week. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm gonna be getting Vice Tiger very early, because I usually get all of my new bays early, but with school and stuff I got going on, I get them a little late now. Hey, better late than never. TT only made Bakutin bays light just to emulate the weight of the OG. I would agree with you, but, like, the crossover stuff is still heavier than the original stuff. I actually thought the same thing, and so I pulled out, like, my OG Driggers, and they still weigh, like, 5 grams, 4 or 5 grams lighter than the X ones. Yo, what's up, Illinois? Pay-per-view is getting pointless in America, am I right? I don't know. I haven't had pay-per-view or cable in, like, a decade. Like, who pays for cable anymore? Like, actually, though. Like, I can understand, like, older people, you know? Like, but, like, at this point, like, you pay for a streaming service and, like, you're done. I don't even pay for streaming service. If a new show comes out on a streaming service that I don't have, I'll buy it for, like, a month. And then I'll cancel it. I have no streaming services right now. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Hulu. I don't have Disney. Nothing. But I also I don't think I've really watched anything on that TV really since I moved here. Like I'm typically like busy making videos or working or editing. If I watch anything, it's other YouTube videos. It's all streaming services now. Yeah, yeah. Like, what's the point of paying for cable? The bad thing though is like streaming services are all adding ads now, which is so stupid. It's like double dipping. Not only are we gonna charge you for the streaming service, but now we're also gonna put ads in it, so we make even more money. And the prices have gone up. Like, bro, chill. You don't even like put new content on the streaming platform like once every 4 months. What's the box in the back? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What box? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I didn't see a box. Where's it at? Remakes getting heavier than the OG's inevitable. Yeah, I mean they have to make them heavier at some point. Like they can't just like it's like super lame. Like I can understand like the first one's a little too light, and then Drigger uses basically the same sort of outer shell, so it suffers the same problem. If Dragoon is also like sub 30 grams, I don't know, bro. Like at that point, like I want to get all of the Dronza recolors because like the different regions are getting different like variant recolors. I want to get all of them just for collection. Probably won't even open them. But the incentive to buy the remake stuff is like pretty low if they all suck. You right, I'm tripping. Yeah, bro. You're seeing something. I mean, like, I know you said you saw it, but like all I can say is like prove it, you know? Heck, you could even prove it in battle. EA said they wanted to put ads in new games. That would just mean I would never buy another EA game. The minute they start putting ads in like console or Steam games is the day I stop playing them. Like I already hate ads in like mobile games and stuff. That if they put them in like console game, I'm just done. I'll just play old games. I don't care. I know Nintendo won't do it. Nintendo won't put ads in their games. Unless it's ads for other Nintendo stuff. Would love to see a Fox Beyblade for the next season of X, but I will probably get a Fox motif at some point, I would expect. Ads in sports games? Man, I don't even play sports games, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know, man. Like, sports games are so weird to me. Like, I get if you're, like, really into sports and you, like... I don't know. I just don't... I don't see the appeal. I could see the appeal of, like, exaggerated sports games. Like, you know, like... I don't know. Inazuma 11 or something. Or... I don't know. Mario Golf or something. But, like... Just like straight up normal sports stuff, like it just, I don't know. I just don't find it appealing at all. Like the Beyblade X or the Beyblade Zone game. I keep wanting to call it X1. Yeah, the Beyblade Zone game. I mean, we don't really have any information on it yet, outside of like 2 screenshots. It is gonna have online PvP though. Which is great. It's like one of the main things I wanted. It's going to have a unique storyline, so it's not going to follow the anime, which is also great. I'm hoping they add some RPG elements in terms of like an overworld that you can run around in. That would be cool because I want to actually explore the tower. I think that would be fun. We'll see if they give it to us. They gave it to us in the 3DS games, but they didn't give it to us in the Burst Switch game. So I don't know. We'll see. It might just be like you know, battles and visual novel type stuff in terms of the story. So we'll see. But it does have online PvP, which is great. I'll be playing that a ton on the channel. I already like pre-ordered a copy, so definitely hyped for that. Stamina Wolborg homage bay. That would be cool. Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get Wolborg. What inflates Hollywood companies even more is that their company logo based on film variants looks a lot better than actual film before the film actually starts, which is upsetting. What? My brain did not process any of that. What inflates Hollywood companies even more is that their company logo based on film variants looks a lot better than the actual film before the film actually starts. What? Your own team icon and sponsor banner? That would be cool. One thing that, like, the manga has been really consistent with the team logos. I keep seeing a little cat team icon. I wonder if they're actually going to do anything with those icons, or if they're just, like, they're just keeping them consistent just for the sake of continuity, or if that's, like, an actual team that they're going to explore. I want a cat team. Give me cat team. What's up, Mim Sky? How's it going? I don't think Bird's going to win a battle this season. If he doesn't win a battle the entire season, they just need to drop him. Like, just, like, Season 1 ends, Season 2 starts, and Bird's just nowhere to be seen. They never mention him, he's just gone. That'd be so funny. Like, that'd be hilarious. I mean, I could see us getting, like, Wolborg, or some Wolborg-inspired thing. Zeus would be cool. We got a Zeus in Burst. It'd be cool to see some sort of variation of Zeus come back. That'd be pretty sick. I'm expecting Season 2 to be a lot faster paced, a lot more intense. Because, like, to be completely honest, like, the anime's been picking up. They've done a lot of interesting things with the anime, but it's definitely the first like third of the anime is like definitely a slow burn, and not necessarily in a good way. You're keeping us down and they kick him out. Bearing bays would be nice. It's pretty much guaranteed that we're gonna get bearing tips at some point. Trigal or Cyber Dragoon with jumping gimmicks? I don't see it happening just because, like, the way those jump gimmicks work, like, they're really held in by the little plastic pins. I don't think X could handle... I don't think mechanics that small could handle the stress or the impact. I think they'd break. Like, I mean, Trigal breaks in plastic gen. Like, the little tabs that rotate it to pop out, like, they'll snap off. Not give us good gimmicks. I don't know why everybody... Like, I've seen a lot of people say that, but Takara gives us the same gimmicks literally every generation. We get, like, a variety of bearing tips, a variety of rubber tips, metal tips, gimmick tips, every generation. For sure we're going to get gimmicks. Point fodder because common and multis battles have no stakes. Yeah, I think the most likely thing to happen is Bird ends up getting his win in the final battle at this point. Like, we're so close now, like, it's probably what's going to happen. I mean, Multi, I think, is going to win against your sister. I guess Common X or Cross is going to be the one probably to lose to Chrome, and then Bird will fight whoever the third member is. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do with Bird. I mean, they don't have that much. They don't have that much time left. Next chapter is like a double chapter issue for in CoroCoro. That's probably either gonna be include the final battle, or it's gonna lead up into the final battle, and then the final chapter of this season would be the following issue. So either next issue or the following issue is gonna be final battle. I expect. She needs to get cooked by a Shiguru. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be nice for them not to win, actually. For Team Persona to lose. Like, that would definitely subvert expectations if Persona just, like, doesn't win. I don't know if they would do it just because, like, you know, the way these types of anime go. But it would be interesting. It would certainly be interesting if, like, they didn't win. I'd be fine if the show lasts longer than 5 or 7 seasons. Went on for 10 seasons, but I don't think they'll do that. Oh, let's slow it down there, buddy. I don't want 5 or 7 seasons. I don't want 10 seasons. Run it for 3 seasons, maybe 4, and then cut it. Jump to another series. I don't want another 7 years of one generation. Like, we already know Beyblade's popular. It's evergreen. It'll sell. So let it run its thing. Give us, like, 4 years or something. You know, something like that. Of, like, good quality Beyblade X, and then come out with a new Beyblade series. I do not want 10 seasons of Beyblade X. I like Beyblade X. Don't get me wrong. But everything gets stale, and I like none of the Beyblade generations would I want 10 seasons of. Not even Plastic Gen. I wouldn't even want them to do a 4th season. Like, I wouldn't want them to pick up and do some sort of continuation of Plastic Gen. I wouldn't want that. I'd be okay with a reboot, kind of like what they did with Digimon Adventure, or just, like, you know, reanimating it or whatever, making it look modern. I think that would be cool, but I don't want a continuation of any of the generations. I don't want another continuation of Metal Fight or Plastic Gen or Burst. I want new stuff. Do I have any HMS stuff coming this year? Yeah, I've been dipping into HMS stuff. I'm gonna be doing an HMS video next week. I've got this from Benchblade, so I'll be doing sort of a discussion on repros and HMS. I know Benchblade is working on other HMS stuff as well. So yeah, I'll be doing a video on this next week. I'll finally be dipping into more HMS, because I've really only done one video on HMS, and it was really just talking about why it killed the franchise. But I will be doing more HMS content this year. Do you hate to see people that are full of ego and such? I try not to hate anyone. But people who are, like, super egotistical are generally people that I, like, don't spend a ton of time around. But Like, I try not to judge too hard. There are times where in local programming in Japan where an anime or show is so inappropriate and rated R that they have to air it past midnight. You think that makes sense? Yeah. You know, they air it past kids' bedtimes. And that's pretty standard, I would think. MSUV? Yeah, this is, yeah, MSUV. It looks cool. It looks good. These are the future of HMS and Plastic Gen. We don't have a ton of repros for Plastic Gen yet, but they will come. They are inevitable. Eventually, this is going to be how people continue to play the early gen stuff. Because it's new, the materials are fresh, and they can fix things that Takara didn't necessarily fix, or they can provide replacements at a substantially cheaper cost. Like, if you were to buy this and the bit chip broke, like the official one, then, like, it's a fairly expensive Beyblade that has just been rendered useless unless you buy another chip. Or if the running core breaks. Those are fairly expensive too. Same thing with like Shining God MS and like Bloody Devil MS. Arrow, like they're so insanely expensive. Like we're talking like $500, $1,000. So like even if you were to buy it, like no one's gonna play with it. Like, cause if it breaks, like it's just it's done. It's gone. So I think this is the solution to that. And it's like the level of entry like drop, so people can actually get into it because there's like so much of HMS is just like too expensive to justify. Certainly to make videos on it. Like if I had Bloody Devil MS or Shining God, I would keep it in the box. I would never open it because it's just too expensive. Like. 2 HMS-based Trigger and an Advanced Striker. Nice. HMS does really well on YouTube. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of HMS content. Nobody wants to play with $1,000 HMS Beyblades? Yeah, it's just crazy. There's a few people that are doing like repro parts for HMS, which is great. I know Taylor Blades does them, Benchblade does them, and like they're both working on like new stuff, which is great. So barrier to entry should drop. Even MS is expensive. Yeah, like Dragoon MS like runs, you know, upwards of about $100 used. Bench MSUV was tested by Bay Chronicles. It could be on par with MFB bays, which is crazy for HMS. I mean, there's a decent amount of HMS that could keep up with Metal Fight Beyblades. A lot of like early HMS or early Metal Fight content was like battles against HMS stuff, especially Dark Effigy. Like a lot of people were battling that against HMS or Metal Fight, like pre-hybrid stuff. Especially the way he gets them made the same way as TT and Hasbro did. Yeah, this isn't 3D printed. Like this rubber flat or whatever, like this is like, I mean, I don't know how it's made, but I'm assuming it's like injection molded or whatever, but yeah, it's like, it just looks like an HMS Beyblade, like, Resto video on some HMS, like restoration, that's pretty cool. That way we can, yeah, I mean, I just like, I don't want the generations to outstay their welcome, Cayman. Like, I would prefer that we not like milk a series until it's like you know, until interest has completely died, like with Burst. Personally, don't like 3D printed bays since they usually look ugly. I really like the technology. Like if I had a 3D printer, I would definitely print stuff, especially like plastic gen stuff, just because it's so cool. You can, you know, just print anything. I do really like the technology. Obviously, like the finish on them is like not the same as injection molding, but the fact that you can just like grab a model of Frostic Dronzer and just print it, like that's pretty sick. Just hate the lines. Yeah, there is like some sort of like, I don't know if it's like acetone or something, but you can like brush some sort of chemical on it and it will like smooth it out. A lot of people sand them too. You can get a pretty smooth finish on them. It just takes work. Worst thing the main writer developer of X Anime would do to burden the storyline. I think we've already seen it in that he's joined a pro team and he hasn't won a single match in 30 episodes. Nuzo links are also 3D printed, so it's a good thing to have. Yeah, yeah. There's just like so much you can do with 3D printing. I'd turn into Kenny if I had a 3D printer. Yeah, I'd like to get one at some point. Like certainly like when I can afford to buy one, I definitely will. There's just like so much cool stuff you can do with it. What worse can what? Yoni got some Frostic Dronzer prints for you? What? Who's Yoni? What's up, Blade Bay? More like what bad writing they haven't done to Bird already? Heck, I don't know. I mean, there's a million ways you can write a character poorly. There's a million ways you could write a character well. I mean, I don't want to speculate too much on how they could write him worse. Get one and call it a business expense? If I could afford it, I would. I like legitimately like it's not in the budget. Like not anywhere close to being in the budget right now. I need the channel to pop off before I can buy a 3D printer. Bet. Heck, I'll take some Frostic Dronzer prints. What do you think about the Auspicious Beast stuff? If Vice and Black Shell are the other two members of Pendragon, like we're assuming, what do you think that means for Burn? Well, here's the thing. I don't think there's going to be two other members because it's like teams of 3, right? So maybe third member is going to be Turtle, and then Burn is just like, I guess, the Phoenix of the show. I don't know how they're going to do it really. But Phoenix doesn't have the little Bakutin shoot emblem on it either, so I don't know. Maybe they do another Phoenix or something. What's up, Maxie? Come here, buddy. Come here, big boy. Oh, what's up, sweet man? Oh. New season of Demon Slayer has been aired. Nice. Creators like Bench, how can they make so much cool stuff and what goes in their mind to think about all this crazy? Yeah, he pumps out so much stuff, man. Massive respect to anybody who creates and designs this sort of stuff. Do I ever watch the Super Bowl? I don't think I've ever watched the Super Bowl in my life. I'm not a football guy. Doesn't have the naming scheme. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how they're going to handle it. I'm guessing Turtle Beyblade will fit in there somewhere, and then maybe we get some sort of other Phoenix. Where that leaves Burn or Bird. I don't know how it would relate to Bird in any way, though. Like, Bays of the rival group of the four sacred beasts. Do you mean like the dark? Like the dark blades? From like the movie? Like dark versions? So in Fierce Battle they had Dark Dragoon, Dark Dronzer. But they also had the Cyber versions as well. Cyber Dragoon, Cyber Dronzer. Anycubic Cobra. Newer versions of the line, but it's super reliable and easy to start using. I'll keep that in mind. When I look at potentially getting a printer, I'll definitely message you, Blade Bay. Just a guy that likes anime. I don't watch a lot of anime these days either. I don't watch a lot of anything, like I said. I'm generally super busy with content. Like my off days, like I work basically, 40 hours in 4 days, and then my 3 days off, I'm basically just making content. Like very little free time. Especially this past week. Like Monday I made video, and then Tuesday I posted like 4 videos. Because like I'd post a video and then new info would come out. I'd post another video and new info would come out. And so like Tuesday was nonstop. And then Wednesday was the Grip Attacker video. And I had a little bit of free time that evening or whatever that I just tried to chill. But I need to like probably restrict the amount of time that I'm spending on making content, because I'm like probably working too much. Mythology has a rival group that is opposite of them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they do that. Maybe I don't know. I mean, obviously, like the whole Pendragon thing is like a throwback to all the Bakutin shoot stuff. If they create a rival group to them, what they do with that, who knows? Maybe it's also a throwback to some of the villains of Bakutin. Maybe not. I don't know. My theory is that Bird is somehow gonna end up with Crimson Phoenix or whatever it's called, and that'll be how he finally gets his win. Well, here's the thing. There's not enough time for him to get another Beyblade between now and the end of the final battle. So Hammer's going to be what he uses. Or one of the Hell Blades that he has is going to be what he wins with. There's not enough releases between now and the end of the series for him to get another Beyblade. Unless they just don't let him win this season. Four videos in a day. Yeah, it was nonstop, bro. it was just nonstop. Hell Scythe is Bird's Bay for the rest of the series, or the rest of the generation, I should say. I mean, they could very easily do like a Hell Hawk, some sort of fiery hawk thing, skeleton hawk. I don't know. Could we get a hawk variation? Yeah, that's not out of the books. Screenwriting in Japan, including anime, any other parts of the world, is more superior to most American screenwriting nowadays. I mean, I think that's pretty subjective. It depends on what sort of media you enjoy, what sort of content you enjoy consuming. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see Bird getting another Beyblade anytime before the end of the season. I'll say that. Because, like, we already know what we're getting through July. And by the time July hits, we're you know, close to episode 40. And the first season's only running, what, 50 episodes, 52 episodes, something like that? They get stomped by Pendragon, then next season it's like them trying to get better and rise up again. Yeah, I just don't feel like they've made that much progress. And, like, they've kind of hopped floors, but, like, really it's mostly due to, you know, Common X and Multi. Like, Bird hasn't really contributed anything since he joined the team. One unknown UX before the end. It's not going to be another. None of the releases slated are going to be another Hell variant. Like, you got to think, we still haven't seen the third member of Pendragon. We haven't seen a new Beyblade from Chrome, which is inevitable. That's probably the left spin Beyblade that's coming in July. The following UX is probably either going to be Phoenix or it's going to be one of the other team members, I would expect. So, like, either a Phoenix UX or a Leon UX, one of the other team leaders. Really, the only other team leaders that we have. Or it's going to be, what's his name? The Garlic Crusher guy. He'll get a new Beyblade. But I don't think anybody from Team Persona is getting another Beyblade before the end of the season. I think Buster, Hammer, and Wizard Rod are the final three for Persona for the rest of the season. Phoenix UX would be awesome. Yeah, but, like, that puts Takara in, like, a tough spot, because, like, how do they make Phoenix better without just making it heavier? Phoenix UX? Yeah, maybe. But, like I said, we only have, like, a couple chapters until Final Battle. So, I think it's possible that they rematch in the anime, but I don't know if Persona is going to rematch in the manga. And if they do, like, I can understand why Burn would make another Beyblade, obviously, because he lost. But, I mean, same thing applies to King as well. Like, he fought Chrome in the last chapter and was like, yo, Leon's as strong as it's ever been. I've improved. The Beyblade's, you know, better than it's ever been, and I lost to this Chrome guy. Or, well, he had a draw. But he was like, I still lost in the same way despite being better than I was when I fought Cross. So it would make just as much sense for King to be like, yeah, I need to make a new Beyblade. So they could give it to either one of them, to be honest. Didn't Burn mention working on a new Beyblade in the latest chapter? Did he? I don't recall. I'd have to go back through it. But, I mean, it's possible. It's possible that they both get new Beyblades. It's possible that the last few releases are King gets a new Beyblade, Burn gets a new Beyblade, and then maybe final member of Team Phalanx, or the team leader of Phalanx or whatever, maybe he gets a Beyblade finally. Because, like, they put a decent amount of focus on him in the anime, but he's still using just a Night Shield variant. So it's very possible that they've been building him up to actually give him some sort of new Beyblade. It would not surprise me at all if they gave him the Turtle Beyblade and he somehow ends up on Team Pendragon. Wouldn't surprise me. Because, like, they need a new team member. They need a third. So where's that third member going to come from? Unless Burn ends up on Team Pendragon. I mean, that could be a thing, too. I don't know. I mean, it's all speculation, really. Like, I mean, obviously, King's going to stay on Zuganic or whatever, but I can see all three of them getting Beyblades, getting new Beyblades. I can see Phalanx Guy, I can see him getting a new Beyblade, I can see King getting a new Beyblade, I can see Burn getting a new Beyblade. It's possible that all three of them get new Beyblades. I don't know. I think King will be BX, Burn will be UX, and Bay Crusher Douche will get Drasil. Yeah. I think that's probably pretty likely. Well, hold on. We have 2 more UX Beyblades, right? Before the end of the season. And we did get a picture of, sort of a picture of the left spin Beyblade. Was that UX or BX? I think it was BX. Because I think it had the little chip cover on it. How do I look at pictures? Where is it? There it is. I think the left spin might. Well, we have one more starter. Is the UX release? What's the left spin release for July? Is it UX or BX? King and Burn will both get UX. That's kind of what I expected. BX left spin. Okay, so BX left spin. That could be. Everybody's expecting that to be Chrome's. So Chrome has left spin, new Cobalt, BX. And then maybe King and Burn both get UX. That'd be pretty sick. Picture looks like BX. Yeah. We need a Red Bird release before the end of the season? Not necessarily. I mean, they could release it next season. Again, they only have 3 members. Would Chrome really get a BX, though? I mean, there's not, like, any reason. There's not any reason why it wouldn't be BX. The UX and BX thing is very confusing, because my assumption up until now is that BX was going to be, or UX was going to be, like, an improvement in some way, right? So they're shifting weight around, but, like, they wouldn't be worse. But Shinobi looks bad. It's 27, 28 grams. It's insanely light. Metal Needle is not going to save that release. That release is going to flop. It's too light. Even if the stamina was, like, godly, 27, 28 grams is so light, it's gonna suck. I'll just say it. It's not going to be good. Like, it's just going to get knocked around too easy. And there's no way that it outspins Hell Scythe or Wizard Rod. I don't think we're getting any villains, Cayman. There's not really villains in Beyblade X. There's antagonists. There's no villains. They may have a bad mold, though. I've seen 2 weights from 2 different Shinobis. One was 28 grams, one was 27 grams. Like, there's no way both of them are, like, 28 or less, and then the average is any higher than 30 grams. Yeah, it's like the lightest Beyblade X release outside of the crossover stuff. And it comes with a terrible ratchet too. My speculation was that, okay, they made it that light out of the box so like it wouldn't damage stadiums. Like, cause you put it on Wizard Rod, it's gonna dent a stadium. Like Metal Needle will dent stadiums, 100%. New character since it's been a recurring theme that all his bays are blue and red. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I thought it was kind of odd that if this is Chrome's Beyblade, why is it not painted? Why would we go from this, like, super, like, cool-looking painted motif to completely removing that? Because that's, like, part of the aesthetic of Cobalt, right? It would be weird that... What is my cat doing in my closet? Get out. Oh my gosh. Say hi, Atari. That was Bell. He's, as soon as I opened the door, he started screaming at me. Color scheme of the left spin looks boring. Yeah, I need to see better pictures, man. It would, like, if Chrome gets another Beyblade, I want it to be painted blue too. That's just me. Like, I'm not gonna complain about getting a left spin if it's cool looking, but like, to keep the same sort of aesthetic, like, come on, you gotta keep it blue. Loud meow, yeah, that was Bell. That was Bellfire. Hey, there's Maxie. What's up, buddy? Left spin bay has the same laundry hook design as Vice Tiger. Maybe the left spin is not Chrome's, and it's the 3rd member of Team Pendragon. Maybe there's been a secret 3rd member that they picked up that we don't know about yet. It's possible. Like, everybody assumes that it's going to be Chrome's. But there's no reason to assume that. I mean, we think that, you know, he would want to upgrade because, you know, I don't know, it's the final battle with, you know, Team Persona, and he's gone through these battles that Common X did, and so that inspires him to make a new Beyblade, but that's really speculation. It could very well not be Chrome's. Same hook means same teams. Yeah, it could, but it could be. We're also assuming that Tiger is Shiguru's. I'm pretty sure Tiger is Shiguru's. It is balance type. We haven't seen her Beyblade yet. It makes sense, and we don't have enough. We don't have that many more releases, so we really have to like narrow down whose it could be. And the UX stuff in universe is like fairly new, right? I don't know. Multi came up with the whole UX thing. So wait a second. I don't know, man. 100% doubt they've given Chroma BX. I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind UX and why some people have UX and some people don't. Like, why is Shinobi UX? Hello, I'm from Bali. Yo, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. What if Pendragon doesn't even fight this season? No, I mean, like, the whole purpose, like, they just finished this tournament thing, so they're getting bumped up to the final floor. So, I mean, I think it's pretty much a given that they're gonna fight Team Pendragon. I just don't know, like, I think 100%, like, I would bet money 100% that Shigeru gets Vice Tiger. Left spin, either Chrome or third member. Unless we get Turtle Beyblade, in which Turtle Beyblade either goes to third member, or Turtle Beyblade might not go to third member, and it might go to Team Phalanx Guy. I don't know. Maybe next season, they go to 4-member teams instead of 3. And then that would, like, fix the issue of, like, the 4th, like, Bakuten shoot throwback for Team Pendragon. That would be kind of interesting if all the teams get a 4th member. I don't know. By calling them due to their stupid logic, like Tommy, chill, bro. What are you we're talking about Beyblade, my guy. You're off here talking about I don't even know what. I think you're ranting to yourself, bro. Wrong place. Left Spin is going to be a new member, and his whole aesthetic is going to be wacky and crazy. Yeah, I mean, they could do anything, man. It's so hard to speculate, like, with X, because I feel like I've been right or I've been super, super wrong. So, I don't know. It's so hard to predict with Beyblade X, because, like, they've done a lot to subvert my expectations so far. Nuck wants Pendragon to get a Daichi in the team. I think Team Persona needs a Daichi. Like, they need some personality in Team Persona, because, let's be honest, I think every other character in Beyblade is more interesting than Team Persona at this point. Like, Shigeru, Chrome, Phalanx, Zuganic, every other team to me is more interesting than Team Persona. Tap the fans on your PC? What do you mean tap them? Are they loud? Three main members and one alternate member for a 4th-person team. Yeah, well, and yeah, I mean, Pendragon's got to get a 3rd at least. Unassame shit simp for Shigeru and Vice Tiger. Bro, I'm right there with you. Like, not in, like, a sus way, but, like, Vice Tiger is sick. It's by far... I can't say it looks cooler than Leon Claw, because I feel like that's, like, a betrayal of my beloved. But it's like, right there with Leon Claw for me. 100%. Definitely one of the best looking Beyblade X Beyblades. I hope it's not bad. I hope it's not super light, because I'm gonna use it regardless. So I would like for this time, the Beyblade that I really like to be good. Loud clicking? There's no clicking, actually, in my fans. None of my fans are clicking. It might be my camera, but there's zero clicking happening. I'm using like a 15-year-old webcam, so it might be that. Somebody send me a new webcam. Bro, about to cheat on Leon Claw. No, bro, no. This is an open deck format. Okay, we can have more than one. We can have Tiger and Leon. It's all right. It's your webcam bouncing up and down on the case. It's not on the case. It's on top of my monitor. A new member who gets booted. X loses to Chrome. Kind of gives up on his goal. Character swap finally causes Bird to get better, and Bird ends up battling X. So, yeah, who knows, man? Honestly, who knows? It's about having fun. I'm not going to have fun if Bird's first win is the last match, bro. Unless they just write it really well. And the battle is a complete redemption of the character for the last 50 episodes. I'm just not going to like it. Unless they just, like, pull some amazing writing out of it. And just, like, they could do it. If you can write well enough, you could figure it out. But, I mean, I've been saying since, you know, the first few episodes, if Bird doesn't get a win by the very end of the season, like, I'm not going to be happy about it. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. The Toy Story Andy meme? No, no, no. I'm going to use both in my deck. Even if Vice is also, like, mid-tier, I'm not going to say bottom tier. Next week, by the way, because I keep getting roasted in the WBO Discord for disagreeing with people about it being in the bottom tier. Next week, we are doing a comprehensive Leon Claw versus the meta video. I'm going to get a second person to help me with testing, and we are going to test Leon Claw on 960 taper against all of the meta Beyblades. We're going to do a comprehensive win-loss ratio over many rounds, along with a point count, just so people can stop saying that Leon Claw belongs below Sphinx and Dronzer. Like, no. Look. Sphinx? Come on. Leon Claw is by far better than Sphinx. It's better than Wyvern. It's better than Wizard Arrow. Like, there's no reason it should be in bottom tier when it can reliably beat Phoenix Wing on point. Like, there's just no reason. Like, if it can beat meta stuff, and it's better than the stuff above it in D tier or C tier, whatever, why are we putting it at the bottom? I swear everybody tested it for a day and then never touched it again. And they're like, oh, well, you know, you gotta do testing. Bro, I've been testing. I took it to a tournament. I went 3-1 into finals. And then I just had bad picks. It wasn't even Leon Claw's fault. It wasn't even a bad... Leon was the most consistent thing that I used at the tournament. Yeah. So we're doing that video because I'm sick of it. The slander ends next week. People are like, oh, you can't solo test. It's not accurate. Bro, I was the first person on YouTube to do a Phoenix Wing on 560 point. And look at that. Literally the first person on YouTube. Literally. I looked. I was the first. Wizard Rod on Hex. Also the first. I'm just saying, like, I get that, like, solo testing is not 100% accurate, but it does provide a good baseline. In fact, more often than not, if it does well in solo testing with the dual launcher setup, more often than not, it will do better in actual, like, solo launching, because you're not launching as hard. You just can't get the same power. So if it does better in solo testing, more often than not, it does actually better in actual, like, real life practice application or whatever. So anybody who says that, I'm just like, it's like not how it works. Like, if it does good in solo testing, it's gonna do better if that's the only thing that I'm launching. You can test by yourself at that launch. Yeah, I mean, like, it's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying. So yeah, I'm doing that video next week. It's probably gonna be a long video. I don't normally do like 20-minute, 30-minute testing videos, but I'm gonna make it as comprehensive as possible. I'm getting another person. I'm gonna give them all of the meta Beyblades. We're gonna put Leon Claw against all of it. We're gonna do win-loss ratio. We're gonna do a full breakdown for each meta combo, the most common meta combos, and then we'll do win-loss percentage for those, and then total win-loss percentage at the end over all of the rounds. Because it's just like, it doesn't belong at the bottom. I'm not even saying it belongs in A tier. I'm not even necessarily saying it belongs in B tier. Top of C tier at least. At least. Like, if it can beat up, like, nobody uses Sphinx. Nobody uses Wyvern either. Like, Wyvern is so easy to burst. Its stamina is not that good. I like the blade. It's not very good, though, unfortunately, and it's just not that versatile, so there's not much you can do with it. But Leon Claw, like, if it can beat Phoenix Wing on point, which is one of the most common combos, reliably beat it, by the way, reliably beat it, why are we putting it in the bottom tier? Just wants to see people see it as a choice. Yeah, my thing is, like, I just don't want to see it in the bottom tier. I don't think it, like, and the people that use Leon Claw, like, generally do pretty good with it. Like, there are other people that take it to tournaments as well, and generally speaking, they're usually not losing all of their matches. And more often than not, if they are losing matches, a lot of times it's not with Leon Claw. Or it's like a pick mismatch or something. But, like, Leon Claw's done pretty well. Like, a kid won a tournament with a stock Leon Claw. I think that is mostly, like, that's probably a lot of that is RNG. But, like, the blade's fairly decent, especially on taper. I'll make something up just to send him off tangent. Bro. Hasbro pre-orders back up? I have no idea. I was surprised how quickly they went down or sold out or whatever. I have a cool beard. Mine's taking time to grow. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm just lazy, bro. I think I cut it like once or twice a month. I don't clean shave though, because I'm lazy. I just use like clippers and just that's about it. B and C tier. Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on how you rank everything else. I think when I did my tier list, which is on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it, I think when I did my tier list, I think I put it in B. But most everything below it was the stuff that, like, I'm disagreeing with people on. Like Wyvern and Sphinx and Wizard Arrow. Like, Leon Claw, I think, bodies those three. Doesn't matter what combo you put it on. I'm pretty sure Leon just outmatches those three, at least. Definitely will consistently beat Dronzer, Drigger, Rhino. Need the beanie from Maximum Drip. Yeah, I know, bro. I have to hold on to that red one because my, like, profile picture, Takafumi drew me with the beanie on. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess the beanie is, like, part of my persona at this point. I'm dripless right now. What are you talking about, bro? I was born drippy with my sweatpants. But yeah, I think Zanky actually is gonna revisit Leon as well, because he was in the WBO Discord when people were getting heated about it. So he said he would do another video on it, just revisiting the blade. because I think there's a trap that a lot of people fall into. They'll when something new comes out, they'll test it, and then if they don't like it or it doesn't get the results that they want, they dismiss it and they just don't touch it again. So a lot of stuff gets lost, sort of in the mix, as far as old releases go. Same thing happened with Metal Fight as well. Like a lot of stuff just didn't really see use until much later on when people were retesting things or revisiting things and people found usage for it. Like Bakushin, nobody used Bakushin. And then Swift sort of popularized it a couple years ago. And now Bakushin Leon on Metal Flat or even RF is like a fairly common combo now. So there's something to be said about not... Like, if something isn't good at this when it comes out, it doesn't mean it's not going to be good later on. Because we get new parts, things change, the meta stuff that comes out might be a worse match for a blade that came out earlier that wasn't necessarily good against things that were meta at the time. Yeah, so Leon Claw memes are my favorite to add in videos. Yeah, I mean, part of the stubbornness when it comes to Leon Claw is just that, like, I really like the blade aesthetically. I really like the character that uses it in the anime. I think King's a really cool character. Definitely, like, design-wise, he's just cool looking. But the other part of it, too, is, like, it's just like a meme at this point. Just because I like the blade so much, like, I wasn't intending to, like, continually make videos on Leon Claw and making Leon Claw good and all this. It just kind of happened. And now it's like, at this point, it's become that Beyblade's pretty much synonymous with my channel at this point. Like, if Leon Claw comes up in conversation, my name gets brought up. Like, I can't tell you how many times I get tagged in Discord servers because somebody just says something about Leon Claw. And I come running. But, yeah, I don't know. I like... It's kind of fun at this point. Like, the challenge is fun. But I also, like, I want it bumped up in the tier lists. I completely disagree with it being at the very bottom of the tier list. If I can go 3-1 into finals with it, I don't think it belongs in the bottom. But also, a lot of people that do testing don't track anything either. Like, there's a decent number of YouTubers that will do testing videos and provide zero information in terms of how much it actually wins. Which I fell into the trap of as well. It's why I started including win-loss percentages in my videos, because I was becoming biased. I would either like something or not like something, and that would affect my ability to actually accurately say whether or not something was good. Because I'd be like, oh, this is good. And then it wouldn't be, or it would be. And I wouldn't have any way to gauge it. So I started doing the win-loss percentage. I started using a win-loss calculator in order to track whenever I test things to know if what I'm saying is actually true. And a lot of people that test stuff don't. So you gotta take some of what people say with a grain of salt. And the problem is that when that sort of stuff spreads, people will just accept it. They'll just be like, okay, yeah, that's bad, or okay, yeah, that's good. Despite the original person who's talking about it not having actually tracked any of the information in terms of, like, how many rounds does it actually win? At what win rate percentage, etc. So yeah, I think that's important. That's why I added it. So, like, the win-loss calculator that I did in my Tyranno Beat video, which I've been doing win-loss stuff, usually just in text. I'll just put the percentage down at the end. But now the active, I'll have the active gauge or whatever. I think that will help sort of convince people, or at least get people to try things. Because yeah, a lot of times I see videos and people are like, oh yeah, this is good on this, or this is good against this, or not good against this. And I'm like, watching the videos and counting up the wins and losses, and I'm like, what you're saying does not line up with like literally the video that you've posted. Like, I don't, people become biased to the point where they don't even realize how many times something is times a combo is winning or losing rounds. So point or gear point, both have uses. It depends on what you're putting it on. I think both parts are decent. Gear point is more aggressive. Point is more stable. There's no way I do it well enough, so I'll leave that to the more competitive-oriented players. A lot of people told me that competitive content wouldn't do well on YouTube either, and I disagree. I think competitive content, I think, for me, is like some of the most interesting content. So I think that trying to make it digestible is what's going to dictate whether or not people find it interesting or watch it or whatever. I think that's the biggest barrier to entry for a lot of the competitive content for Beyblade, regardless of generation, is that it's super hard to follow. So you have all of these acronyms for different parts that a new player would have no idea what they're talking about. Especially with Burst, you have like, you know, HXT plus dash. What the frick does that mean? If you don't know that that's high extend plus dash, and you've got all of these other parts with the frame and the number of the disc and all this other stuff, it literally looks like a math problem. So a new player is looking at this title, seeing this long thing that looks like an algebra problem. They're not going to watch that, and they're going to click on it, and they're going to have people saying, you know, all of these different acronyms, and they don't know what it is. So whenever I do competitive videos or content, I try to like clearly show the part, what it is, so people know. So like all of my X like combo videos, even in the thumbnail, it's blade, ratchet, part. They can see it right from the thumbnail. They know exactly what parts it is, and it's very easy to like watch the video and understand it just based off the thumbnail. That's why I did it that way, because I didn't want people to just like have this stuff in the title with these acronyms, and like a new player clicks on it trying to figure out what's good and what's not good and have no idea what they're looking at. And then, you know, same thing with the win-loss percentage. I thought that was important for new players too, because you can click on different videos and you'll get conflicting information from different YouTubers, or different testers or whatever. So at least they have that, because even watching a video, if you're not tracking the rounds, like you don't actually know how often it's winning. So I thought that was important for me to include as well. Competitive burst stuff was trash. Yeah, burst just got very complicated. There's a lot of different parts as well. But yeah, that's my that's why I've done everything the way that I've done it. Because like when I got back into Beyblade, like really back into it, especially the competitive side, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was looking up content, and it was so frustrating to be watching, especially Metal Fight and Burst content, to be watching this stuff and be like, what the frick is that? What is that part? What does that mean? You're like pausing the video trying to figure out what the part is, or they're saying stuff you have no idea what it means. The title doesn't make any sense. So I was like, if I'm going to do competitive content and I'm going to do the exact opposite of what these other people are doing, so people will not run into the same issue that I had. Because anybody coming back to Beyblade, if you're using all these acronyms and all this crap, nobody's going to have any idea what you're talking about. Like, if you don't make it clear what the parts are, what they're from, why they work, how they work, what they're good for, like, a lot of people will just say the part name too and won't even explain why the part. Why are you picking the part? Why 960? Why low flat? Why taper? Like, what's the thought process behind picking the parts? A lot of people won't do that. They'll just slap stuff together and they'll be, yeah, it's good. Why? Are you getting gold, Leon? Ableman is not watching my content because I posted a Gold Leon Claw video. How long ago was it? It was actually, I really liked that video that I did. Ableman. 8 days ago, I posted Gold Leon Claw video. See, right there. Gold Leon Claw video. Ableman. Sheesh. Nice touch. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to be keeping the win-loss percentage in my future, like any of my future combo videos and testing videos and stuff. It's like, it takes a long time, but I think it's worth it. Do painted Beyblades really improve the performance of the Bay? So I mentioned this in my Gold Leon Claw video. I have a theory. It depends on the Beyblade. So aggressive Beyblades or aggro stuff, I think, benefits from being painted. Stamina stuff, I don't think does. And this has been sort of backed up by other people's results as well. So Gold Hell Scythe, reportedly, gets outspun by regular Hell Scythe. Pretty much every time. And I think the reason is because the paint is more malleable, more pliable than just a base metal. It's stickier. So for stamina, I don't think it's a good thing. But for aggressive stuff, because it's more malleable, because it's like more pliable than just metal, because it's stickier, I think it has the ability to grab, for lack of better words, a little better than just that base metal. So I think aggressive stuff probably benefits from being painted. Stamina stuff probably defense stuff probably less so. But I don't know that it's a massive difference. But I think if you were trying to maximize the benefit, I think that would be my thought process going into it. Must have missed it. My bad, King Nizuma. No, you're all good. I'm just giving you a hard time, bro. Just got my Gold Leon Claw. It's getting put in a display case. Yeah, whenever I get my other ones, they probably won't get used. Privated most of my combo showcase videos. Silver Leon or bronze? I would love more recolors of Leon. Higher drag, but as a result, higher friction on impact. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much on the aggressive stuff. Like, I think the drag's probably pretty marginal, especially when we're talking about stuff that's on like aggro bits anyway. Like, it definitely doesn't hurt Phoenix. But I will say that the paint on Phoenix is like seems much glossier than the gold paint. Want to watch more Leon now after you hyped it up? I got a whole playlist of Leon Claw videos. King of Bays? I don't know about that. But yeah, more Leon Claw stuff next week. Got the HMS stuff, Dragoon MSUV next week. I've got a few videos planned for next week. And then here in like 2 weeks, we'll have the Hasbro Beyblade X stuff. I'll probably be working on videos for that over the next couple weeks. That way, when June 1st comes, we'll have a ton of content. So, how would you feel about that? I wouldn't mind Beyblade being like live streamed, maybe on the official Beyblade channel or on Twitch or something like that. But like televised would be weird. Should flesh out my X collection so I can do some proper spreadsheetery on combo testing. Pretty soon it'll be a lot easier because the Hasbro stuff will be out. So like trying to get all this stuff will be much easier, especially if you missed any of the random booster stuff like Shark or Wyvern or any of that. It's way easier to get. Hopefully they do Cobalt Drake, because that's like just stupid hard to get. And, well, especially now, because it's now gone out of the Japanese rare Bayget, so no more Cobalt in Japan currently, unless you've already won it. If they do local tournaments, I'll try to go every time and record. Yeah, I'm hoping I have a local card shop like at my mall that does, you know, Magic and Pokemon and stuff like that. So if it's handled by Wizards of the Coast, ideally they should have Beyblade X support. So once June hits, I may go in there and ask them about it just to see. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Like maybe they need somebody there that is actually has to organize the events. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but we'll find out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. It's been a long day. We'll probably end up streaming tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure. Maybe do some more Beyblade Burst God on the 3DS. But I'm not 100% sure yet. But G3 tomorrow. Tyranno still hasn't been allowed, so probably gonna use the same deck as last time. Hopefully get the same results. Good luck, Blade Bay. Hope you do well, man. Get that first place, bro. All right. Have a good one.